Hi, everybody. This is Rahila Narejo, and welcome to day 7 of the Idea to Income 28-Day Challenge, in which I am going step by step and putting together my own first online business. And I'm inviting you to join me. Look over my shoulder, watch what I do, and implement it for your own online business. So let's get started with day 7. We have a lot to cover today. On our agenda, the first item is I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about business strategy. We must know where we are headed. What do we visualize our business as being? And if we don't know where we're headed, then even this first launch, we're not going to be able to align it with our final destination. So I'm going to share with you 2 different approaches to online business that I'm also going to be using for my launch of my online business, and perhaps you would like to use them too. Item 2, we're going to pull out our 28-day blueprints and we're going to add on our action step for today, in which you're going to be naming your first offer. And I'm going to show you step by step how to go about choosing a good name. And item 3, preview and prep for tomorrow. Let's go to item number 1, business strategy. I'm using something I've called E-squared business strategy. It's basically a 2-prong approach, and let me explain to you what it is. This 2-prong approach involves engagement and expansion. I'm going to be using both of these strategic approaches. However, I'm going to start my business first with an engagement strategy. And what is engagement strategy? Oops, a little mistake here. Okay, just ignore the main. Let's go keep your focus on engagement and let's look over here. Engagement, basically, I'm launching Enter the Idea Lab with a how-to product. It's going to be an online program, a course, where there are a series of videos, tools, templates, and step-by-step instructions. And my buyer will be able to purchase this program, follow the instructions, and implement them and take their idea to income. However, although I'm launching a how-to product, an information product, it's not going to be the only thing I'm going to be launching. Simultaneously, I'm going to be launching a package, which is the same basic product, which is taking your idea to income. However, it's going to be a done with you package, meaning not only are you going to get the entire online program, you will also get weekly coaching where you will be working with me on a weekly basis, where I answer your questions, I help you get over the roadblocks on your journey towards turning your idea into income. If you notice, this is a deeper level of engagement with me. The first package is just how to. You do it all by yourself with the instructions provided. The second package, done with, is not just how to, it includes interaction with me, guidance from me to help you further understand particular areas that you get stuck in, and to encourage you and to move you along the journey of turning your idea into income. But I'm not just offering 2 packages. I'm going to be offering a third package, which is called Done For You. The Done For You package is essentially, I'm going to be asking my buyer a few questions about their area of interest, about their business idea, about their vision, their values, what type of audience they want to serve, what type of product or service they're interested in. And I'm going to be then saying bye-bye to my buyer, and I'm going to be working for the next 4 weeks on their business. I'm going to be doing all the work for them, developing their idea, getting their online presence established, getting all their launch materials ready. At the end of 4 weeks, I will meet my buyer again and hand over everything to them. They will have a ready to launch business in their hands. So if you notice, the level of engagement goes deeper with each of these packages. And you might have also noticed the dollar signs. So less engagement is less costly because I don't have to personally get involved with the how-to information product because I've already created it, and now the buyer will go through it and implement the action steps. The done with you has $2 signs, meaning it is more expensive because it involves me more now. I'm actually going to be interacting and engaging with the buyer and helping them through the how-to process. The third level of engagement has $3 signs. So this is the most expensive package because it's basically all done for you. You don't need to do anything. You don't have to lift a little finger. We're going to be doing all the work for you. But it's the same product. If you notice, it's going to be one product, one information product. However, it's going to be packaged into 3 levels of engagement and 3 price points. Perhaps this is an interesting business strategic model for you, and this is something you might want to use for your own first offer. Other than our first offer, we also want to have a business strategy for growth and expansion. So let's look over on the other side. Although we're starting off with a single product or service, we want to keep in mind, how are we going to be growing the business? Is that going to be the only product or service we want to have on our business? If yes, that's okay. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. It can run as a very successful online business. But what if I want to do more? I want to expand my business. Then there's a second strategy that you want to tack on as you grow called the expansion strategy. And what this basically is you have a main area of your service or your business product offering. However, that main area has different components. Let me give you a different example from my own business. Maybe I am into a vegan lifestyle. So I could just basically start off with an information product on veganism, what it is, and maybe the first 5 things to do to transition to becoming a vegan. But maybe that's not all I want to do. I want to go deeper into different areas of a vegan lifestyle. Maybe I go deeper in terms of the vegan food. How do I put together a vegan meal? Maybe I teach how to do vegan cooking, right? Or maybe I put together meal plans for you, right? And I have ready to go meal plans that you can just follow. Maybe I do an entire package where I guide you on vegan nutrition, as well as help you in enhancing your health through a vegan lifestyle. Maybe I coach you one-on-one. And maybe it's not just a information product, but it's a coaching service. So if you notice, the main topic of our business is vegan lifestyle, but I'm going deeper within that vegan lifestyle and branching out into different areas at a deeper level. Maybe I even start to offer physical products. I offer vegan supplements. Maybe I offer vegan clothing, like vegan wallets or belts or shoes, right? So I can even go deeper into my main business area with physical products as well. So that is what we mean when we talk about an expansion business strategy. And you want to keep both in mind as we move forward with today's action step. What is our action step on day 7? Everyone, please pull out your 28-day blueprints and let's add on the action step for day 7 under week 1, which is we are going to be naming your first offer. The reason why I spoke about business strategy is because your offer or even your business name will depend on which strategy you're going to be adopting. If you are happy with focusing on a single product, a single focus, then your name will be very different from what if you were considering having more of an expansion type of business strategy. Maybe you want to have a more generic or all-encompassing business name, because within that business, you want to be offering information products. You want to be offering services such as coaching or consulting. And maybe you also want to be offering physical products as well. In that case, you don't want to choose a name that limits you. You want to make sure that that name becomes an all-encompassing platform for your expansion of your business. So now that we understand the different types of business strategic models, we understand that understanding what our long-term strategy is going to make an impact on the type of name we give our business and the name we give our first offer. Let's see, what do you exactly have to do for today? Well, we want to choose the best name possible. So there are certain factors we need to keep in mind when we are going about choosing that best name. And I'm going to share those factors with you. Number 1, you want to make sure that the name most appropriately represents what your business or your offer is all about. So it should not be confusing. The name itself should clearly guide the potential buyer in understanding your business focus. Number 2, the name that you choose for either your business or your first offer should be available on the World Wide Web as a .com, right? So you will want to make sure that when we check online, the .com handle for your business domain name is there. You don't want to have an abbreviated version. You don't want to have a .com name with hyphens. You want to make sure for branding purposes there is consistency and that your .com is also easily recognizable and memorable to your buyers. If your exact name is not available as a .com, if someone's already taken it, you might want to add an article like "the" before your name and check to see if that is available or not. Number 3, you also want to make sure that your business name is available on the social media platforms you're going to be focusing on. If you're going to be using Facebook as your primary engagement platform with your audience, then check that Facebook page name is available. The group name is available. If you're going to use Twitter, maybe you're going to use Instagram, maybe you're going to be using YouTube, whichever social media platform you're going to focus on, you need to make sure your business name is available as the platform handle. Point 4, whichever name you select, you want to make sure as well that it doesn't have any negative connotation. The name or the abbreviation of the name, it does not turn out to be a derogatory term, a slang phrase that has a negative meaning. Or if you're planning on going global, your name should not be the Roman English for another language and the name should not have a negative connotation in that language. For example, Nova, if you're calling your business Nova.com, Nova in Spanish means no go, right? And that might not be suitable for your brand if you're telling Spanish users or Hispanics that no, go, don't go there. That actually sends a negative message across. And lastly, point 5, you want to make sure that your name is not so restricting that it can only be used for a limited product or limited type of service. You want to make sure that your name can grow and expand with your growing and expanding business. So it should be an all-encompassing name. So keep these 5 points in mind as you finalize or put together and finalize your business name, as well as your product or service or offer name. Now, what I do is I have an Excel sheet, and in that Excel sheet, I have 4 columns: promise, people, pleasure, process. And this is an Excel sheet I've been building over the last year. And I keep brainstorming and adding words under each of these columns. And I want you to create a similar Excel sheet for your own product or service. Under promise, what you want to list down is, what is your product or service going to be delivering? What is the end result your buyer will get from using your product or service? For example, are they going to get a promotion? Are they going to make more money? Are they going to feel satisfied or achieve satisfaction in their life? So what is the end result that you are promising them? Second column, people. Who is your target buyer? Who's your target audience for your particular product or service? Is it someone who is jobless, someone who's maybe a fresh graduate? Maybe it's a stay-at-home mom. Maybe it's a new parent. Whoever your target audience is, you want to list them down in this column. 3, pleasure. Remember, our objective is to transport our buyer from a state of pain to a state of pleasure. So in this column, we want to write down those emotional words that describe how our buyer is going to feel once they achieve their end point, the pleasurable point, because they used our product or service. Are they going to feel confident? Are they going to feel hopeful? Are they going to feel happy, joyous, relaxed? Right? So write down those pleasurable emotions under this column. And then lastly, 4th column, process. What is the methodology that you will be using to help your buyer achieve that pleasurable state? Right? So remember, your methodology is either faster, it focuses on speed, it's easier or more efficient, or it's unique, it's one of a kind, it's never been done before. So your process should speak that: speed, ease, or uniqueness. So some example words for process would be accelerator, scientific, code, 5-step, proven. And this is just a snippet of my entire Excel sheet. My Excel sheet actually goes down to 50 items under each of these 4 columns. All right, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to first brainstorm and put your respective words under these 4 columns, because these words now you're going to be using in different combinations to come up with your business name, to come up with your product or service name. So how are you going to do it? Well, you're going to use some really cool tools that are out there on the World Wide Web. These are the tools, and I'm just going to close the PowerPoint, and I'm going to walk you through how to use these tools. So let's go to my browser. And I have open here, I have thesaurus.com, the first item listed on that slide. And how do we use the thesaurus website? basically the words you listed under those 4 columns, maybe they're not so colorful or so vibrant and engaging. You want more powerful words. So if I'm using a pleasurable emotion of happy, right? Happy is not too exciting. It's an overused word. So let me put it in the thesaurus and see what alternative words come up that I could potentially add to my Excel sheet as more descriptive words that describe the pleasurable state my buyers will obtain. So here we see ecstatic, joyful, overjoyed, thrilled, upbeat, intoxicated, tickled pink, right? So these are really good words. They're different, and some of them are even more descriptive than the ones maybe I have in my column already. Now, another tool I have here is I believe let me just type it in. Okay, I can't reach there, but there's more platforms on the World Wide Web, thesauruses that you can use, but thesaurus.com is a good one to go to. Now, once I have good words in my Excel sheet, I've used the thesaurus to liven those words up in those 4 columns. Now I'm ready to use the other tools such as the name combiner. I want to use different combinations of those words to see if I can come up with a really good, memorable, sticky name for either my business or my product or service. So if maybe I have a skincare product or a skincare line that I'm launching, and some of the words I have that in terms of the promise is I'm promising radiant skin, okay? And my target audience is teens, okay? Teenagers or radiant skin, or maybe I want to target not teens. Maybe I want to target post surgery. Okay, so I want to really niche down and target people who've had surgery and they want to enhance their skin. Okay, so all I do is I put in the words and I press combine. So what this platform does, it's going to combine the words you've entered and shoot out some different combinations. So you're going to go through these combinations and you're going to see, okay, does something jump out at you? Does something click with you that can potentially be used as your product name, service name, or even your business name? So Skinner juries, okay, Scourgery. Okay, so if you go through them, some of them are not too attractive or appealing. So you can change the combination of words, right? So maybe radiant skin, and I have a formula for it. Okay, and I see, remember the last column was the process. So I picked up the word in the process column, put it there. Okay, so skin formula, radiant, formula skin, radiant formula, right? Radmula, Radianla, Radianta. That's nice, Radianta. Maybe that's a good product name, a skincare line. So use this tool to input the words in those 4 columns and come up with a product or business name. Another tool that helps you not just come up with a name, but it also lets you know whether that name is currently available as a .com is Wordoid. And Wordoid is really easy to use. You pick the language, you pick the quality of the name, meaning how close it matches the terms you use, and you enter the keyword that you want in the name. You can choose either the keyword should be at the beginning, it should be contained within the name, or it should be at the end of the name. And how many letters should be in the name. And then if you want to know whether the wordoid is available as a .com, you can click that as well. And then you just click create wordoid. And what this tool is going to do is going to shoot out some names. Maybe they appeal to you. Maybe you find something here, right? It's going to give you lots and lots of names. You go through them. Maybe whatever clicks with you, you want to write down. Star skin. Okay, that's nice, right? And you can check if that name is available. If it's orange, it means it's already taken. But if it's green, it means you can get it immediately, right? It's a really, really nice, handy tool. Now, the last tool I want to share with you is name check. I really like this tool. So I'm going to just plug it in right here. And let's check out what is this tool about. So what we did, let's recap. We brainstormed in our Excel sheet words under those 4 columns. Those are words that we are going to potentially combine to come up with good names. If some of those words were blah, we use a thesaurus to come up with more spicy, lively words. And now we then use these other tools to come up with different combinations that can potentially serve as our business name, as our product or offer name. And we're also checking whether that name is available as a .com. But what name check does is it helps us to find out in one go, not only is the name available as a .com, but are the social media handles available or not, right? Because you want to make sure that your name branding is consistent across all the platforms you're going to be using. So let me just put in the name that I have for my business, which is Enter the Idea Lab. Okay, and I just click search. And if you notice, the .com is darkened out. That's because I've already purchased this domain. Okay, the .com is darkened out. But I haven't created a Facebook page or handle with Enter the Idea Lab. I've actually just named it Idea Lab. I haven't created a Twitter handle or an Instagram handle because my strategy is that Enter the Idea Lab is a particular service and product offering that I have out there on the World Wide Web under my own domain name. So I've actually gone ahead and purchased and set up my own domain name, Rahila Narejo. And if I search for it, I think I have to refresh the name check again, and then I can enter Rahila Narejo, and I'll show you what the outcome is. Okay, let's check that out. If you notice, RahilaNarejo.com is taken. That's the weird thing is it's also taken in .it, .so, and .fr. That's weird. But it's also taken on Facebook because I've taken it. It's taken on YouTube. It's taken on Twitter. It's taken on Instagram. It's taken on Blogger. It's taken on Google+. It's also taken on Pinterest. And who's taken it? I have. So I highly recommend that if you are thinking long-term and you are building a business that is based on your own expertise, and your name is going to matter a lot, you want to go ahead and go purchase the domain and also reserve all the social media handles associated with your name. All right, so let's go back to our presentation. So these are some really cool tools that I encourage you to use to refine the words that you're going to be putting together to come up with your business name, your product service name, and then other tools that are going to help you to combine those words and also to check whether those words are available as a .com and as social media handles. So this is your action step for today. And, watch out, because once you start using these cool tools, time flies. It's so much fun to kind of explore and experiment with different names. So I really want you to enjoy the process, but watch out, you don't waste too much time. Find something that clicks, that works for you, and move fast. Go ahead and purchase the domain name, because coming up, we're going to be seeing that next week is all about the IT. And having your name ready, having your social media handles ready is an important first step to getting the IT up and running. So let's recap. If you're just joining me today on day 7, again, please stop here. What we just covered is not going to make sense. It's not going to help you. You really need to start with day 1, because every day in this 28-day challenge, we take a single action that's moving us closer to our end goal of turning our idea into online business revenue income. Get busy with day 7's action step, which is researching and coming up with your business name or your product or service name. Post it on this video thread. And one more thing, I want you to share it with the world. Start telling people about your business. Share the name, share it on social media. Put a big "coming soon" and give your name, get your name out there. Why? Because you're going to start to build awareness, which is going to help establish an audience for your business launch. Tomorrow, day 8, we are going to be tackling the technology. We're going to be talking about your website, your landing page, your Facebook platform. We're going to be talking about a lot of IT-related things, and I'm going to be walking you through all the tech, giving you tips and tricks and shortcuts and making it all super duper easy. So until tomorrow, have fun finding your name, enjoy the process, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.